following material may contain sex, coarse language, and violence.
Of course! Of course!
Wait a minute. You wouldn't be the Quarian ship that just knocked over that Volus trading post I'm at, would you?
No.
Okay,
What
then.
happened there? We traded for some palladium with them.
Well, apparently a bunch of Quarians blew the shit out of them.
No, it's probably those Krogans that are after us wanted to attack my Krogan ship. They probably followed us and did it.
Okay, well, what you don't want to do is alert the rest of the bandits. We're on our way. We've got an extremely fast ship. If you can hold out for half an hour, we'll be there.
Okay, well,
Do not
no, we
continue
can't hold up.
transmission.
They have already destroyed our fighters, and one of our engines is actually, I don't know how damaged it is. Well, damaged again for being shot to the engine.
How mothering cunt bastard. Would you please just go back to when mass drivers just worked? They just worked. $70. I'm just going to leave that program going.
We have suffered major damage to our starboard engine.
Okay, well, we'll do what we can. I'll contact I know that there's Turian military in the area as well. I'll contact them. Maybe they can get there faster.
Okay, thank you.
Switch me back to the other channel.
Of course, again.
I'm going to roll an intimidate.
I get a little stupid for half an hour and so again, got rid of it.
Just remember, fired the other engine down.
Oh.
Destroy both their engines.
We want to leave it movement capable so we can repair it quite easily and get the palladium back. I want a 27 roll intimidate for this.
Everyone too far away to help. You surrender now. We come on board. Yeah, guys, that'll do them. Two or three of us should be able to take down one or two Quarian. Yeah, that's right.
Oh, it's in the tray still. Sure, we'll surrender.
You make good choice. Ha, we don't even need guns this time. They scared plenty.
Make sure it's off. Okay, so the plan is that obviously we're going to come up alongside, float across, and one of us will be on their other airlock on the other side with a breaching charge that you're going to give me. Thank you. Fly! Don't take your hands off the controls. What's wrong with you?
You brought that into the cockpit.
Oh, well, just brought what I had on me.
That is really the only reason I wear pants in here.
That's why we have an armory for. How many more on you?
All of them.
I think 4. 4 or 3.
You know how big those things are?
They're just on the floor there with the rest of my stuff.
If they go off, not being in the cockpit is not going to save us.
I realise. At least being in the armory and they save us.
Nah, man, if they all go off, we're fucked.
You want to make a luck roll?
Not particularly.
Hey, look.
There's no reason that they would just go off.
I was just sitting there thinking, well, they had adhesive on them anyway, so just
Besides, if they went off in the armory, they might set off bombing.
It wouldn't matter.
Well, these two are stuck together. I know, I'll blow them off.
I use this small explosive.
Amazing. Zalo.
Yes, I'll start bringing us alongside.
Zalo, watch how they're flying. Are they planning something?
They could be, or it could be an internal trap. I'm going to watch them with the eyes of a master tactician.
Now would be the time you tell us about
Which
how they
you're
might
going to
prepare
pull
for
out
an
of your
internal
pocket
trap.
from where?
Right here.
Launch at the ship, and then we'll dock. Me and Rosa will go in through the door.
Obviously, watch all the doors for the explosives and any terminals for that safe.
Trish,
feedback
any
trick.
Quarians that come in here that aren't Zalo, you know what to do.
eliminate them with extreme prejudice.
Oh, no, I don't want you to hate any specific group of people more than any other specific group except Batarians. I just mean you should kill them with maximum firepower, holding nothing back until there's nothing but a greasy smear left.
I believe that is what I said.
Oh. Sorry, there must have been a fault in my comms. I don't think I heard that right.
Does that include Ator and Miss Narictomy?
If they happen to be on that ship for this specific mission, then yes.
Acknowledged. Adding them to the rogues list.
Take them off when we're done, when we get back to the Citadel, please. Just in case I forget to say.
I do not like having Mother on there.
What?
What?
Nazina Sana Narictomy is technically my creator.
I'm gonna go get ready at the airlock.
I approve of this.
Rosa's going to be following along behind you, complaining. It's like, I don't know if this is the best idea, since they have a habit of sticking charges to doors that would liquefy even me in this.
Yep. I'm willing to bet they're not going to blow up their own ship, though. And besides which, Zardoz would tell us about all the ways that they would defend their ship right now.
Which I said for the lookout for those same traps, but I have rolled a 19 to know if they're pulling any ploys while we make our approach, any like ship-based.
Would they
piloting? Or
would they
something.
prefer to shock us as opposed to blow us up, though?
It's possible they have a lot of power.
Yeah, so the
in
pilot
the
will
ship.
probably more likely try to disable us as opposed to blowing us up.
Once we're all on board, Trish, disengage docking and pull off to a relatively safe distance and wait for my signal.
Acknowledged, Logan.
Would it just be intelligence for any tricks they might employ?
Oh, and if I should die while we're on this mission,
If they were
leave the rest of
aborted.
them there.
Or any
Basically, well, I mean, you can roll tactics and you get a small bonus from knowing these guys.
especially any Hail Mary ploys or no-win scenarios.
Those explosives?
Yeah.
In my legs.
22.
Okay.
So at the
Big
moment,
apartments.
you can ascertain that they just seem to be
So that
trying
if I
to
do
hold
get
their
captured-
position by just using maneuvering
And
thrusters.
you know the knee side.
They've shut off the remaining
Exactly.
engine, and they're just using maneuvering thrusters to stop themselves from drifting or to just keep the ship level, essentially. As far as other ploys go, you were there when Logan made his Krogan intimidate play. You think they're probably going to try and outsmart the Krogans,
And
thinking
buy
you're
enough time
Krogans
for that.
by
The
probably.
way do you think I did the Krogan
They're
thing?
probably going to get into. They're probably going to try and get the advantage by getting into a position that they know on their ship and using home ground or home ship
I know what I'd do.
advantage, and then waiting for the Krogan to board, and
Put a
then
charge
with the
in the
Krogan,
airlock.
I'm like, why know anyone here?
Palladium
This seems empty.
storage,
They'll pounce
sec
on them in
charges
some way,
and
or
shotgun
use
them into the
traps,
ship
or
next to the side.
tech attacks.
Yeah, it depends on how
Well,
much
don't
damage
say
you want
that
to do,
out
though.
Lose one cargo container versus a shotgun into a ship.
I'm placing
Shut up.
one of those, well, two of those explosives in my legs and my hidden compartments. The
Okay,
timer ones.
those little ones that you got
Yeah.
from the. Okay, yeah.
How little are they? Smaller than a grenade?
They're about the size of. I was gonna say like one of those little, those smaller like weights you put on a dumbbell. The little ones that are about that big. I don't know what the actual.
So bigger.
So they're bigger than a grenade.
They're bigger than a grenade. Yeah.
Oh, then I can't.
That's what we wanted to know.
Yep. So I can't do that.
Oh well,
I doubt they'll
don't get caught. Just win.
they won't just come at you head on. It's likely they're trying to hide or set up traps and ambushes, use what they know of the ship to their advantage.
Then I'll tell you where they are.
Right.
Oh well, I'm all ready to get launched off onto the hull of their ship, hopefully, without them noticing.
I was waiting in the airlock.
Equipped grapple gun, just in case.
Here's one just in case.
When we're in position, I just need her
Okay, so you're
to be
gonna.
told.
Somebody's gonna have to do some
Yep.
precise piloting.
So if you do a flip around and then dock, You gotta be fancy, because, you know.
Because 25.
Also gives you a chance to look at the whole ship before you.
I should have gone round to where the fighters were, because they'd have had like a way in. They would have probably been a bit less guarded. That would have been the smart thing to do.
Or in through the damaged engine.
Yeah,
Debris.
yeah. Oh, can I do one of those two things?
Yeah, we'll take them by the engine.
I mean, you haven't done anything yet.
What's this?
It's going to pay you to change.
Oh, no, to change. We haven't done it yet.
Cool.
My bloody Vietnam.
Trish, record a message. Not in the Krogan voice.
Of course, Logan. Recording now.
This is Commander Centurious, CN82N6 and 385 Black. Can't remember the actual number without being close to it. We have located the Quarian group who pulled off the attack on the full colony and have disabled their ship, attempting a boarding. Trovax, yeah, I said that. Here are the coordinates. Part of the data stream. Hopefully we will be able to retain the vessel. If not, your speediest response to this area could recover the palladium and capture those responsible. I'm assuming they have self-destruct, so you could just be arriving at a debris field. Send that like 5 minutes after we board to the Turian Hierarchy, Military Division, etc., etc.
Of course, Logan. So that's the top-down view of the...
Oh, it's built like an eagle.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, top NASA scientists, space technicians said that would very likely be a viable design.
And normally there'd be the main engines at the back here, but there's nothing on this because they're the ones that are taking a nothing out somewhere towards the mastery.
Do I by any chance think it would be viable to get in through the damaged engine?
Through here?
Yeah.
That depends on what temperatures your suit and everything could withstand.
Not a lot. Okay, where the fighters were docked.
Which is on the underside.
Yeah.
They were on the underside.
Yeah, what about there? They'd have to have a way to get into the fighters?
Potentially you might have to do some welding or break open
Cut a
the...
torch.
I'd have to do
The
that in the
connection?
other side airlock anyway. So, yeah. I will try that, actually.
Oh, that frees
I'm
up
going to
enough
walk
space.
around the exterior of the hull to there and get it there.
So what part of the ship are you actually landing on when you push off?
Like the cargo container bit on the edge, and I'll walk underneath.
The one from the back, or?
And for the side, because we'll have to dock somewhere near the front, won't we? For the ship.
Yeah.
So I'll be just getting off somewhere in the middle.
Okay. Oh well, we might as well do Logain's attempt to get onto the ship first as an unofficial non-boarding party member.
Launch me, girl.
Pretty sure that's what exactly I think it is. It's a lot better. It's a lot better. The other one wouldn't have worked. It is 32.
Dang. Guess you're going to be on target.
That's nice.
You got
some points in it.
That just means I don't have to do any of the things I did before she started doing this. I wasn't particularly worried.
And then you just have to fire your grapple line, I believe.
Well, if I'm on target, no, I don't. I just got to turn around and land.
Oh, okay. You're just getting pushed off.
Then I just walk.
Okay, so you've got 3 options of egress.
furthest fighter docking bay, please.
So the one closest to the front of the ship.
Yes. Keep going in the back. In the front.
Okay, that probably works out because you're probably gonna, before those guys actually board through the non-damage thing, you're gonna need some time to get rid of some of that wrecked up fighter that was detritus that was there.
Good, this is good, it works out.
So basically a repair roll to... Well, it's kind of repairing, it's unrepairing the fighter, but repairing the...
31.
Okay. That's not going to take you too long at all.
Sweet.
Now I'm guessing you're going to want to do some kind of thing where opening that airlock between the fighter and the main ship doesn't trigger like information back to the main cockpit that this door has been opened.
It's called damping. Oh, we're at that stage already.
Well, I'm just going to say Brendan's not back yet.
Yeah,
so
it's called damping. I damp it, and then it can't.
That seems way too easy.
But that's literally what it says in the description
I know,
of the
but it's
ability.
just- it's
That's
like-
what it is.
I just like, man, it's
It
way
stops-
too easy without any rolls from anybody.
I mean, I'll make a roll if you want. Here you go. Natural 20.
Oh, wow. Now you get
Fuck yeah!
No, I'm perfectly willing to make it a rolled ability,
Yeah.
so that I can bypass the large number of whatever. I got a free thing out of it. Now I've got one. No, I've got one because I've got Luck of Heroes, which is an entirely different thing that isn't related to not
I'm like-
sucking, so I can continue to not suck.
Because to me, it's kind of just like, why would people set up electronic traps in a universe where people can just go, oh, that's off?
Because it only lasts like 2 actions, and if you need to take any more time than that, then it doesn't work.
It's to me, it's like the Tom Cruise thing, where it's like, now I've got some time to defuse this before it fucks me.
I mean, I still have to make an electronics check once I've opened it to permanently turn off that sensor.
12 seconds.
Oh, okay. Then.
Normally I don't bother because it's
Two
like, well, the door's going to be closed again, so like once I've opened it, I've still got to make an electronics check to make that a permanent thing.
There we go then, okay.
But I mean, that's literally all that is used for. That's the whole thing, and I've spent how many points in it? And if it's not going to work anymore, I want all those points back.
Oh, no, it doesn't surprise me that it works on a small scale. It just surprises me you can just do it to an entire ship's door and just nobody detects you speaking.
I'm not so much doing it to the entire ship's door as I'm doing it to the sensor.
Yeah.
He's back.
He's back.
Back.
Well, I'll go clean up the toilet during his bit.
That's clean.
I'll go clean up the toilet. Sorry, Stephen, I didn't realise your drink would be literally
Sorry, I
in the
apologise.
middle of the floor.
Yeah,
This is
so
twice already.
we just got low gain 2. He's slightly ahead of you guys. He's got
Working
to
on
his
the door.
point and was cleaning detritus off the airlock, off the fighter airlock that he chose. So, it's you now who gets to
So we got to bring us around to our chosen
rear,
position.
which isn't like all you need to do because you would have already been sort of.
Yeah, it's not good. I would have given it a while.
God, there's 2 cans so far.
One
It's
hand
all
each.
on the recording.
That's
What was I saying? Before that? Oh, yeah, you would have.
God!
You would have come up from underneath
Don't
to do
eat
that
it.
anyway. So all you need to do is pull back a bit more towards the rear of the ship.
so we will do that. Do I need to roll
Yeah.
for that little backup? I'll just leave that. A 15.
Third.
Yeah.
Simple maneuver.
And then it's basically you 3 just getting onto the ship itself.
That is actually going to be rather difficult. Your ship moving, I don't have grab boots. So that's probably Tiala help.
Do you have the grapple gun or a grapple gun?
Nope, I have climbing claws. That's about it.
I can give you my one. I have grab boots.
Well, okay, if Tiala,
Tell us like,
Tiala
let me
or-
see what I
or-
can throw.
if somebody else can get across there first, and can open the back door, get the back door open anyway.
I mean, I have the jetpack, and that's probably enough to get back to the Sentinel if it was static and stopped, but it's not.
It's probably not a bad idea to send like me across, blow the door, and then have everyone on the outside of the
Because if you
ship
create an
explode.
opening, then all you need to do is Tiala just needs to throw her
Through that
across and
into
then through the gap, and once she's inside, then ship's gravity takes over. Although if you end up messing up with ship's gravity in any way,
Do you want to grab one before you go? There's 2 in the store. There's an emergency.
Honestly,
grapple
Rosa
guns,
probably
Yeah, we've
would.
got 2 still in the
I
store.
thought you had more than
I knew. Oh, we've got. Because that's why I keep.
Yeah. They're useful things to have around.
Yeah. No, that's fine. The option is there if you wanted it as an emergency.
Yeah, no, Rosa would have probably trusted Diala with this, and the fact that if Zalo could get across with the grapple gun, I have a jetpack, it's just ship probably faster than jetpack.
Well, it's all relative. You're kicking off from the moving thing, moving at the same speed as the other thing. It's like throwing a tennis ball from one part of a
the
moving
ships
bus to
are
another.
also essentially stationary at this point, instead of them using little thrusters to just keep themselves level. Yeah.
Right, I'll go across first and open the way.
Don't die.
I'll try.
If you want to go for it.
I will briefly think in my brain, and it's nice to be getting whipped off of the ship, not by Tiala's biotics, and plummeting towards a planet.
Predator.
Okay, if I roll your because I believe you have to still roll it like an attack,
Like an
basically,
attack.
with a grapple gun.
14?
Master of swimming in water, and then master of
Ship's
swimming.
pretty big.
Ship's pretty big, yeah.
This is a very dry day at work.
I'll be intending to kick the grav boots on once I get to the other side.
You make it to the other side. You are now at the rear of the ship.
I will start clambering my way to the door. It wasn't exactly a great shot with the grapple gun, so I probably wasn't in the optimal position. And it's just a standard airlock entrance from here that we normally would have docked onto if we were able to, in this case.
It would be more like it wouldn't be, I suppose it would be technically like an airlock, but it's a smaller circular crawl through, like duck inside kind of thing.
I would like to see if I can open it without having to get violent first.
Okay.
I just want to say, Rosa is at least leaned out of our airlock and is making sure that there's no point defense systems on this fucking thing like there are other ships.
Oh, spot check.
Because he could cross over stealth, but if it's going to take a pot shot at Zalo.
You got this. That is a 17 on the die.
Yeah, the top of the ship has little jilt turrets on a rotatey, spinny thing.
Damn it, no.
That one.
Alright, well, Rosa will at least shoulder gun and just say, what do you think the odds are these rounds can actually penetrate spaceship hull armor?
Not likely.
Yeah.
Unless you've got armor piercing or explosive rounds.
Nope. Right, it doesn't know. Yeah, and it's just like, right, it doesn't notice Zalo.
Well, I mean, Zalo's already crossed now,
Yep.
so he's out of it can't dip the turrets enough to shoot him at this point.
But they might activate it when other people are crossing over. It's a good idea to keep an eye on. Can I cycle the door without getting violent, or do I need a
Make
check
an
of some
electronics.
kind?
It's electronics.
Yes. 36. 33.
You have to unlock it. So
And that's...
Trap.
you can beat its
Trap.
encryption.
Yeah. I want to check it for that, for them good old Quarian traps. And then I'm probably just going to have to blow it up because I'm shit at decryption. 32 for traps.
You can't get a full beat on whether it has a trap because you can't penetrate
To the other side.
to the other side entirely. But there doesn't appear to be any trap that you can ascertain.
I get one shot at using non-explosives or to open the store. There's a
I mean,
17.
do you have damping as well, so can you do what Logane does and also help prevent any potential?
Yeah.
Did you
I
want
just
to roll that
haven't-
first?
We'll go with that. I have just not got a lot of ranks and I always forget about it. 17. Damp. And a 19 to decrypt.
It's not high enough to get through the rear door.
Screw this. Boop. And I'll be climbing out of the way and signaling that it's about to explode.
So where are you going? It's going to be out of the right. What explosive are you using?
I'll use one of those breaching charges that they.
Oh, you're using a breaching charge.
Oh wait, is this like?
Oh, okay.
Is
we're
this
just
more
using a
than?
breaching
Is this
charge.
more than a breaching charge, or is this like a structural like destruction device, or is it an open a door breaching charge?
You took
Is it
one
a
of the-
demolition charge or a breaching charge?
I need to know because they are technically different.
It is a
items.
breaching charge.
Okay,
Then it
okay.
should be fine.
It should be fine, unless they've done something to it. But hey, that's their problem.
No, that's yours once you have to fix the ship.
Well, yeah.
I mean,
for now,
you take a floor plate off, slap it over the top, weld.
I will, just to be safe, I will fire the grappling line back to our ship and just sit back over there for the blast. 8, 9, 10, 14 again.
Okay.
I'm ready to action to catch him if he misses.
The stump claws.
That all of us claws.
Yeah, that
were riding
became
a
it all of
frickin'
us
Wirral. That's enough to get back to your ship. Rosie, you notice those guns train on Zalo as he makes his way back to the.
So they are active. They just didn't they didn't get a bead long enough to fire.
Well, they weren't moving before, but now they're.
Move,
tracking.
Zalo, move!
I'm gonna reel in quicker so as not to get blammed.
If those go to fire, Trish, move. We're all aboard.
Reflexive Rosa will probably just shoot at them as well, just hoping the snow-blind rounds fuck with the sensors or anything.
It misses anyway. It shoots at you as you're pathway across.
Can I hear this going on through the vacuum of space?
Well, by
Oh,
space laws, yes.
By the laws of Star Wars,
At
where there's
best, you
sound
might
in
be able to
space.
feel the slight.
Oh, I'm not looking for it.
vibration
Besides which I'm moving.
under your feet
I'm,
through the
I'm
ship's hull.
scutting shit right now, so
Oh, if you're actually in the middle of doing that, yeah, you probably wouldn't even notice over
yeah.
the metal you're tearing off and.
But after landing an hour back on the ramp or up an hour thing on the battle net,
Trish
active
will
point
move.
defense.
Trish will move because she was instructed to move when that thing fired. She deliberately pitches down because she realizes it can't, because it's set on the
The
top,
angle.
it can't angle down.
Well, it's a good thing we didn't have missiles to waste earlier.
And then you realize if that thing had hit you, it probably would have killed you. It's designed to shoot at other ships, not at
Vaporization.
individual.
Thanks. Scary.
Might not have killed Rosa, funnily enough, with the amount of fucking shields and armor
She
got.
is a
Only
ship.
because of the shields. The shields.
Meanwhile, I sit there going, missile tubes. That'd be great. You just shoot Rosa at other ships.
Yeah. Whereas it is the anti-ship weapon.
Right, are we ready to do this again?
Yeah.
Battle.net was updated, so no guns there.
It just blew up. What atmosphere in it would get vented? Can we just check and see if people got vented out when a compartment got vented?
If it's a,
Oh, you press
well, I'll be
the-
about to. Before we make any more moves, we'll see the result of the explosion.
I thought you already pushed it.
But I'll quickly put through the battle net,
roll back.
specifically for low gain. Be prepared for vibrations. Boop. Now we find out exactly how much.
I think I forgot to copy over how much those do. I know I sent that to you, Stephen, what each breaching touch.
Oh, you only sent me the they're using the breaching charge. You took off the.
Of the Quarians.
Oh no, I only
If
sent
that's the
you
appropriate
You only
one.
sent me the.
the little. I sent you the little bombs, not the
Yeah, the little
breaching
bombs, not the breaching
sorry.
charges.
Yeah.
The little bombs
Yeah,
did.
because heretofore up to this point, breaching charges have just worked.
Yeah, that would just work. And a bunch of air gets blown out because it went through the next door as well.
Oh, and it actually opened the hole.
Well, it's not. It's one of those things. It's like you crawl in, and it's only like another
The new one.
meter before the other.
You find the next.
The next little door is for it to cycle. It's little.
Oh, yeah.
It's a little tight area before.
Okay.
Yeah. So it has damaged the next airlock door as well, and fucked up a good chunk of this area here
Area
entirely.
structural area. Which has already seen some damage from the engines getting shot and what.
I hope.
Well, the
some
engines are
sort-
actually on the edge of the thing, so this has damaged more the inner part of these. Yeah.
I hope with some small sense of irony, that was the one that almost blew me up. Knock knock, have this back.
Return to sender.
Now it's all damaged in there.
Should we have... Maybe we should do something about that point defense before we try to make any more crossings.
Why we can
Just stay under it.
stay under it.
We'd have to go back up to get to... Well,
Okay,
hang on.
so we... Why didn't we attack from underneath? What were we discussing? There'd be...
Well, I don't know, I assume that's what we weren't doing, honestly.
Because we didn't plan to attack it from the back, we planned to attack it from the normal entry point.
Yeah, that's what I
You
thought.
changed
we
the
were
plan,
doing.
did you?
I
It
didn't.
got changed because I think you were too close to where Logain's Ingress was, and it would have completely undone his sneak attack if he.
Yeah.
if
And
he'd
meanwhile,
gone.
there's a much easier door to get through right there at the back of the ship. But you can still approach it from underneath
Yeah.
and go through the back.
Exactly. We saw it right from underneath.
Like we don't
So
have
what
to
is
be
it?
like that. We can be like this, and you can go up.
Yeah.
Three-dimensional space. Don't be like Khan. He doesn't know what that means.
If you're talking about the kind of thing you're talking
yeah.
about, but who knows?
Can't fix.
The best kind.
Was not loud. I just noticed there's something on the map towards the rear of the ship. I want to see if yes, the secondary explosion cooks off above where your explosion was.
Oh, great! There goes the furlings.
Right, so we're making our way back from slightly more underneath this time.
Why do they always have to fight it?